These are some grammar notes for Futato chapter 24 over volatives. Now the cal imperfect, which we have learned in the past, you should have completely memorized by now. We have yiktol, he will kill, and this is the singular third masculine, then third feminine. Tiktol, she will kill. Tiktol, you will kill. Tiktali, you will kill, second feminine. Ektol, I will kill. Yiktalu, they will kill, third masculine plural. Third feminine plural is tiktolna, they will kill. Second masculine plural, tiktalu, you will kill. Second feminine plural, tiktolna, you will kill. And finally, first common plural, niktol, we will kill. Now, I reviewed this imperfect set here because, again, with the imperative especially, you're just going to lop off the prefix, but the other forms are going to be built in some way from or upon the imperfect, so you must know your imperfect by heart. We have here the cohortative form, which concerns only the first person. So what I've done here is I've blotted out all the other imperfect forms, and we're going to focus here on the first common and first common plural imperfect forms, because the cohortative, again, will be built off of these first person forms. So we have here in the singular, the imperfect is ektol. Again, I've taken the vowels out. Just look at the consonants. We have our prefix, aleph, for first common singular, and then our lemma consonants. And the cohortative just adds the hey, or comets hey, if I was putting in the vowels here. The translation over here with imperfect would be I will kill. Here it's let me kill, because it's an expression of volition of the first person, in this case singular. So we're just adding the hey. And again, if I was putting in the vowels, it'd be comets hey. Plural, again, here is our prefix noon for first common plural. You have your lemma consonants. And as an imperfect form, this would be we will kill, but the cohortative is going to add the hey, or the comets hey, if we were putting in vowels. And that would be let us kill. Okay, that's your cohortative, adding the comets hey for first person forms, okay, to the imperfect form. Just add that comets hey, the hey ending. So these are your cohortative first person forms. Here's your cal imperfect again. Take a quick look at it, because we're going to be moving to the imperative, which concerns only the second person forms, but it's going to be built again off the imperfect. So the cal imperative, again, second person, only that is our concern right now. Again, I'm going through the different persons, so I've blotted out the third person, and I'm blotting out the first person right here, because we're not worried about them now. We already did the first person, the cohortative. Now we're going to focus on the imperative forms, and here are your imperfect starter points right here. And the imperative is going to be built off of these imperfect forms. So here in the singular, second person masculine and feminine. In the imperfect, we'd have tiktol and then tiktali. You will kill, you will kill. Well, the imperative form is going to be the same. It's just going to lop off. There, they disappeared. It's going to lop off the prefix. And so we have ketol, kill. Again, it's a command. Or kitli, kill. Again, feminine form. It's a command to the second person. And in the plurals, we have kitlu, you plural, kill. And we have kitolna, you in the feminine form, you plural, kill. Again, all we did was lop off the prefix to form the imperative. Once more, cal imperfect form. We have our set. Now we're going to move to the third person volitional forms, which are the jussives. Okay, jussive third person. So we had two third person singular forms, yiktol and tiktol. So let's focus on them. Now, I'm not going to do the plurals because Futato doesn't do the plurals. Third person plural jussive is rare, which is probably why he skips it. So we'll focus here on the third person singular forms. So beginning with the imperfect form, we had yiktol and tiktol. And again, for strong and most weak verbs, the forms are identical. So that's why I have them here identical, yiktol, tiktol. So if you see that, it could be either he will kill or let him kill, or she will kill or let her kill. Just context has to dictate that. However, for third hey weak verb forms, the forms are shortened. They're abbreviated. So we have here yigle from gala. I'm using gala since it's third hey. Again, not katal, but we would have yigle, he will go away, or tigle, she will go away. For the jussive, it's shortened. You lose the hey. So it's yigel, let him go away. Tigel, let her go away. Other notes about volatives: the cohortative and the jussive are negated with al. So al will be part of your vocabulary, just means no or not, like lo. But when you see al, again, think of it this way: when you see al now, you should be thinking, okay, we're using al as a negator. I might have a cohortative here. I might have a jussive. Okay, in fact, you might have any of the volitional forms, because if you look down here, the imperatives, the second person forms, are never specifically negated. You're not going to have your second person jussive. You're not going to have a second person situation where the imperative form, remember the imperative is just the imperfect form with the prefix lopped off. Okay, you're not going to have that form ever negated. Instead, to negate the second person, you'll actually have a short form, a jussive, or again, if it's a strong verb, it'll be identical with the second person, so it won't lose the prefix. That's the point here. The imperative normally loses the prefix, but the imperative form is never negated. So what happens is you have the second person form used with al. You have the second person jussive, again, a shortened form. It'll still have, again, the prefix, like the example down here. We have tiben. This is from bana. So if this was imperfect, we'd have like tivne or something like that. So we retain the prefix, which is not what normally happens with an imperative form. But it's clearly second person, but we lose the final hey. Again, so there's an abbreviation. So that thing will get negated by al. Do not build it. So this whole section, negating imperatives, again, the second person form, you need to really get that down. You need to really think through it. Indirect volatives, again, you probably remember this from the overview, is just moving right to left here in Hebrew order. Any volative, whether it's jussive, imperative, or cohortative, any volative followed by a vav, you have a vav conjunction with another volative. So if you have two verbs, and there can be stuff in between here, but you have a verb form, and then your next verb form with a vav conjunction is also another volative. Then you want to translate the vav as so that, to convey some sort of intention. And that's the end of the grammar notes for Futato chapter 24.